Hello, my friends. Coca-Cola and Pepsi, two iconic beverages that have become household names across the globe. Both make billions selling sugary drinks. What's not to love? These fizzy concoctions have become synonymous with celebrations, gatherings, and even everyday moments of refreshment. Let's rewind to the beginning, a time when the world was just starting to discover the magic of carbonated beverages. Coca-Cola, invented in 1886 by John Pemberton. A man with a vision, though perhaps not the one you'd expect. A pharmacist by trade. You'd think he'd invent medicine, right? But instead, he concocted a sugary drink that would change the world. He invented a sugary drink instead. Genius. This fizzy elixir quickly captured the hearts and taste buds of many. Then came Pepsi, invented in 1893 by Caleb Bradham. Another pharmacist with a penchant for sweet bubbly beverages. Another pharmacist. What is it with pharmacists and sugary drinks? Perhaps it was their understanding of chemistry that led them to create these delightful concoctions. This one was supposed to aid digestion. Yeah, right. But whether it helped or not, people loved it. Both drinks were marketed as health tonics. Ironic, right? In a time when health claims were often dubious, these beverages stood out. But hey, it was a different time. No one knew about diabetes then. Or at least it wasn't a widespread concern. Or maybe they did and didn't care. The allure of these sweet drinks was just too strong to resist. These early days were simpler times. Less competition, more sugar, soda fountains became social hubs, and these drinks were at the center of it all. The stage was set for a showdown. As both brands grew, so did their rivalry, each vying for the top spot in the hearts of consumers. Little did they know, their sugary drinks would conquer the world. From small-town soda fountains to global dominance, Coca-Cola and Pepsi have become more than just beverages. They're cultural icons. The 20th century arrived, so did aggressive marketing. Coca-Cola and Pepsi realized something. People love being told what to drink. Thus began the Cola Wars. Both brands battled for market share. Their weapon of choice? Advertising, billboards, radio jingles, you name it, they were everywhere. You couldn't escape the cola onslaught. Coca-Cola played the nostalgia card. They wanted to be associated with happy memories. Picnics, holidays, polar bears, don't ask. You know, wholesome stuff. Pepsi, on the other hand, targeted the younger generation. They used catchy slogans and celebrity endorsements. Their message? Drink Pepsi, be cool. It was a battle for the hearts and minds and wallets of consumers, and both sides were playing dirty. Nothing sells sugary drinks like a famous face. The allure of celebrity endorsements has always been a powerful tool in the marketing arsenal. When you see your favorite star holding a can of soda, it creates an instant connection, a sense of shared experience. It's almost as if by drinking that same soda, you too can capture a bit of their magic. Coca-Cola and Pepsi knew this. They understood the power of celebrity influence long before social media made it a daily occurrence. These brands have been around for over a century, and they've always been at the forefront of innovative marketing strategies. They opened their wallets and signed every celebrity they could find. From musicians to actors, athletes to influencers, no stone was left unturned. The contracts were lucrative, often running into millions of dollars, but the return on investment was worth every penny. Michael Jackson, Britney Spears, Beyonce, you name it. These icons didn't just lend their faces, they lent their entire personas. Their involvement added a layer of glamour and excitement that no ordinary advertisement could achieve. They all sipped on the sweet nectar of cola money. It wasn't just about the drink, it was about the lifestyle it represented. Holding that can of soda became a symbol of being part of an exclusive club, a club that everyone wanted to join. The bigger the star, the bigger the marketing budget. But wait, there's more. These campaigns weren't just about plastering a celebrity's face on a billboard. They were elaborate productions, often resembling mini-movies with high production values. It wasn't just about sipping the drink. These celebrities were involved in every aspect of the commercial. They performed, they entertained, and they brought their unique flair to each ad. These celebrities danced, sang, and even acted in elaborate commercials. Each ad was a spectacle, designed to captivate the audience and make the product unforgettable. The choreography, the music, the acting, it was all meticulously planned to create a lasting impression. Oh, the lengths they went to sell us sugar water. The sets were extravagant, the costumes were dazzling, and the storylines were engaging. It was all about creating a fantasy world where drinking a soda could make you feel like a superstar. Of course, the irony wasn't lost on anyone. The idea that these superstars, who likely had personal trainers and nutritionists, were promoting sugary drinks was a bit of a stretch. But the ads were so entertaining that we didn't mind the suspension of disbelief. These super fit, healthy celebrities probably wouldn't touch this stuff with a 10-foot pole in real life. Yet, their endorsement made it seem like drinking soda was a part of their daily routine. It was a clever illusion, one that we were all too happy to buy into. But hey, a paycheck is a paycheck. For these celebrities, Endorsing a soda brand was just another gig, another way to add to their already substantial fortunes. And for the brands, it was a way to stay relevant and keep their products in the public eye. The celebrity endorsements continue to this day. Even in the age of social media influencers, the power of a well-known face in a commercial hasn't diminished. Brands still believe in the magic of celebrity, and they continue to invest heavily in these partnerships. Because nothing says drink our product like a multimillionaire pretending to enjoy it. It's a tried and true formula, one that has stood the test of time. And as long as it keeps working, you can bet that celebrities will keep sipping, dancing, and smiling for the cameras, one sip at a time. In the 1970s, Pepsi launched a bold campaign, the Pepsi Challenge. The premise was simple: blind taste tests. People tried Coke and Pepsi. They picked their favorite. The results? Shocking. People actually preferred the taste of Pepsi. This was a major blow to Coca-Cola. Their dominance was challenged. Coca-Cola, of course, cried foul. They claimed the tests were rigged. They even reformulated their drink. Remember New Coke? We'll get to that disaster later. The Pepsi Challenge was a stroke of marketing genius. It created buzz. It made people question their brand loyalty, and it firmly placed Pepsi on the map as a serious contender. Section 5, New Coke, Old Mistakes, the Blunder Heard Around the World. In 1985, Coca-Cola made a colossal mistake. They changed their formula. They called it New Coke. It was supposed to be a Pepsi killer. It was a disaster of epic proportions. People hated New Coke. They missed the original taste. They felt betrayed. How dare Coca-Cola mess with their precious sugary drink? The backlash was swift and brutal. Coca-Cola panicked. They brought back the original formula. They called it Coca-Cola Classic. Because nothing says we messed up like adding classic to your product's name. The New Coke debacle became a legendary marketing fail. It proved that some things are sacred. You don't mess with a classic, even if you think you're improving it. Section 6, Diet Craze. How do you make sugar water healthy? The 80s arrived, so did the fitness craze. People became more health conscious. Suddenly, sugary drinks were public enemy number one. Coca-Cola and Pepsi had a problem. How do you sell a product that everyone knows is unhealthy? The answer, of course, is simple. You lie. They launched diet versions of their drinks: aspartame, saccharin, sucralose. These artificial sweeteners became the new magic ingredients. The marketing was relentless. 0 calories, all the taste, they proclaimed. Never mind the potential health risks of artificial sweeteners. People bought it, literally. Diet Coke and Diet Pepsi became huge hits, because nothing says healthy like a drink that tastes suspiciously like the original sugary version, but with a chemical aftertaste. Section 7, Beyond the Bubble. From cola to juice, tea, and everything in between. The cola wars raged on, but both Coca-Cola and Pepsi realized something. They couldn't survive on sugary drinks alone. They needed to diversify, so they went on a buying spree. They acquired other beverage brands, juice companies, tea brands, sports drinks, bottled water. You name it, they bought it. Their goal was simple: to dominate the entire beverage industry. They wanted a piece of every thirst-quenching pie. This strategy proved to be a smart move. It allowed them to appeal to a wider audience. Health-conscious consumers? No problem, have some bottled water. Kids, here's some sugary juice. Section 8. Global domination, conquering the world, one sip at a time. Coca-Cola and Pepsi weren't content with just conquering America. They had their sights set on a much bigger prize, the world. They launched aggressive marketing campaigns in countries all over the globe. They adapted their message to local cultures. They sponsored sporting events. They even gave away free drinks. And you know what? It worked. Today, Coca-Cola and Pepsi products are sold in over 200 countries. Their logos are instantly recognizable worldwide. They become symbols of American capitalism. Love it or hate it, you have to admire their global reach. Section 9. The health nuts are coming. How dare they? Despite their best efforts, Coca-Cola and Pepsi couldn't ignore the growing health concerns. People were wising up to the dangers of sugary drinks. Governments started implementing sugar taxes. Health organizations launched anti-soda campaigns. Suddenly, big soda was the bad guy. How did Coca-Cola and Pepsi respond? With a mix of denial, deflection, and a healthy dose of greenwashing, they funded studies that downplayed the health risks of sugar. They launched marketing campaigns promoting balance and moderation. Because nothing says we care about your health like telling people to drink less of your unhealthy product. Section 10. Greenwashing, we care about the planet. Kind of. As concerns about climate change grew, Coca-Cola and Pepsi faced another PR nightmare: plastic waste. Their bottles were ending up in landfills and oceans. Their solution? More greenwashing. They launched campaigns promoting recycling. They introduced bottles made with recycled plastic. They even pledged to become more sustainable. But critics weren't buying it. They pointed out the environmental damage caused by the production and distribution of these drinks. They argued that these companies were more interested in protecting their profits than the planet. Section 11. The Cola Wars continue. New generation, same sugar rush. Despite the controversies, Coca-Cola and Pepsi continue to thrive. They've weathered every storm. They've adapted to changing consumer preferences. They've even managed to convince some people that they're environmentally conscious. Today, the Cola Wars continue, but the battlefield has shifted. It's now online, social media, influencer marketing, targeted ads. It's all fair game. They're still peddling the same sugary drinks, but now they're doing it with a side of social responsibility and a sprinkle of woke washing. Section 12. Conclusion, and the winner is, spoiler, it's capitalism. So, who's winning the Cola Wars? The answer is nobody and everybody. Both Coca-Cola and Pepsi have carved out massive empires in the beverage industry. They're not just selling drinks, they are selling lifestyles, emotions, and memories. Coca-Cola and Pepsi have both achieved global domination. Their logos are recognized in the most remote corners of the world, from bustling cities to quiet villages. They've infiltrated every corner of the planet. No matter where you go, you can find a Coke or a Pepsi. It's a testament to their relentless marketing and distribution strategies. They've created a system where we're constantly bombarded with their marketing messages. From billboards in Times Square to ads on your social media feed, they are omnipresent. We're conditioned to crave their sugary drinks. These beverages have become synonymous with happiness, celebration, and refreshment. The real winner? Capitalism, of course. The Cola Wars are a perfect example of how capitalism thrives on competition and consumerism. These companies have shown that you can sell anything if you're persistent enough. Their marketing teams have crafted some of the most memorable ad campaigns in history, even if that thing is bad for your health and the planet. The environmental impact of their plastic bottles and the health consequences of their sugary drinks are often overlooked. So next time you reach for a Coke or a Pepsi, remember this: you're not just quenching your thirst, you're buying into a brand, a story, and a carefully crafted image. You're participating in a decades-long marketing battle. This rivalry has shaped the beverage industry and influenced consumer behavior for generations. And in the end, the only real winners are the corporations laughing all the way to the bank. They have mastered the art of selling not just a product, but an experience, and they have profited immensely from it.